I hope you enjoyed that little montage. I had to get up at 6:55 a.m. to film it, but it came out good. I'm happy with it, so yes. Anyways, this is me from the past, actually. I'm filming this before I go wake up at 6 a.m. to hopefully film the intro montage. So anyways, there's three main topics that I'm going to discuss in my story of a lifelong learner. The first one is, where am I from? The second one is, where am I now? And the third one is, where do I see myself going? And in each of those topics, there's sub-questions I'm going to talk about. So the first one, inside the topic of where am I from? Well, I was born in San Francisco, and I lived there for the first 10 years of my life until I was diagnosed with dyslexia, and we moved 10 miles south to a place called Burlingame. And from there, I switched schools, and I went to a school that specialized in teaching kids about dyslexia. And this really helped shape me, because a lot of the strategies I learned in that school, Charles Armstrong, really helped me become a better learner, and I still use a lot of them today. And where am I from culturally? My dad is Jewish, and my mom is Christian. So I get to celebrate both Christmas and Hanukkah, which has been cool. I've been able to dip my toe in two different religions, and I enjoy both, and it's definitely helped shape the path of what I want to take religiously. My biggest learning moment of my life has been being diagnosed with dyslexia. It was really tough for me at first. I thought I was stupider than everyone else, but I've been able to learn that I'm not stupider. I just have to work harder than other people to get the same results, and it's made me a hard-working person, and I'm very happy for it. The second moment that I think that has shaped me a lot is breaking my back. I did competitive gymnastics for 7 years. It was my life, and one day I did a front hamstring fractured L5, L4 in my back, and I was out. I never could do gymnastics again, and that was crushing for me. But I think that experience in particular helped build a lot of resilience and make me a stronger person in general that I've been able to use throughout the course of my life. I think the biggest thing I'm grateful for about my history is how my mom pushed me to be creative. I hear so many people say that they don't feel like they're a creative person, but I truly believe that creativity is like a muscle, and the more you work it, the more creative you become. And I think I'm thankful that my mom didn't let me just watch TV all throughout my childhood and made me go outside and entertain myself, because I think that creativity really helped me become a more creative person, and I've been able to use this creativity in making videos, which is like my biggest passion now. So I guess I'm happy about that thing for my history. Alright, topic number 2, where am I now? The biggest learning experience that I've had that has helped shape me so far in how I view the world has been the little things matter just as much as the big things. I cannot expect to do good on an essay or do good on a final or be able to do great projects if I'm forgetting to make my bed in the morning. If I'm not doing the little things like brushing my teeth, getting to bed on time, making my bed when I wake up, I can't be expected to go off and have a very productive day if I'm not focusing on the little things just as much as the big things. The second thing would be I need to manage my screen time. The days where I roll out of bed and the first thing I do is scroll on TikTok, I am so much less productive than the days where I get out of bed, take a shower, and go straight to class. And I need to remember to keep my screen time down, and that going on my phone, it sucks brain power out of me. So that's one thing I gotta focus on. Alright, someone just came in the room, we're back at it. Okay. At the beginning, I was leaning more towards business than film, but as I've gone through this semester, I've realized that the only real reason that I was even considering business over film was because of the money, and I enjoy doing film so much more than I do business, and I've kind of decided if film is what makes me happy, then I shouldn't need to worry about how much money it makes me. So I guess as of right now, my main focus and what I want to eventually enroll in as my major is film major. As of right now, my biggest academic pursuit is wanting to get better at making videos and pursuing a film major. And this goes all the way back in my history to probably around 4th grade, when me and my siblings were running around our backyard filming iMovies, which eventually led to me creating Lego stop-motion movies in 8th grade, and then in high school starting my own YouTube channel, which has brought me to now, over Thanksgiving, I hit 1 million subscribers. So the history of just me and my siblings back then shooting iMovies has definitely helped shape my academic interests and what I want to pursue going forward. Alright, one of the biggest strengths that have emerged for me since I've enrolled into the U of A has been me becoming good at math. I never really thought I was a math person, but coming here, I've actually been able to be very successful in math, and that's mostly because of things like the SALT Center and getting tutoring, which has been very helpful, but that is one thing that I've definitely grown more confident and better at since coming here. The second thing would be my consistency at going to the gym. I've always been a relatively active person, but since I've come in here, I've been laser focused on going to the gym, and that is one thing that I've, I guess, grown a strength in since coming to the U of A. Out of all the perspectives that I believe that we learned this semester in University 101, I believe that the humanistic one probably shapes me the most. I think I've always been just had a naturally good judge of character, and I think because of this, it's helped me create a lot of great new friendships through my life, most of them which I still am able to have today. And one that I really want to improve on and develop more is my artistic perspective, because although I believe I am a pretty artistic and creative person, I do want to improve it. And I think the second I tell myself, oh, I'm good at art, I don't need to keep improving it at all, is the second my downfall and I start to decline in my skills. So I think I need to have the mindset that I'm always going to improve in my art, and I can never get complacent with where I am. I think the biggest extracurricular activity that I do that will help shape my major is running my YouTube channel, Isaac Explores. It's pretty much in a way like running my own business. I plan out the videos I do, I learn how to film, I learn how to edit, I learn how to use cameras, and it's just helped me get a better understanding of the world of making videos, which a lot of times when I walk into class and that's what we're learning about, it gives me like an edge over other people because I do it so much outside of the classroom, which I'm thankful for. All right, the final question. Where do I see myself going? Question 3. Where do I want to see myself academically, professionally in 5 years? In 5 years from now, I see myself being in 2 places. I will either finish college and will be working hopefully in LA making videos in the film industry, or I will have dropped out of college and will be doing content creation full time. What are some milestones I'm going to need to hit? So, if I want to do any of these, I'm going to have to hit certain milestones. And I think, first off, if I want to go and do film in the industry of in LA making my own videos, I'm going to need to graduate from college, obviously. That's a milestone. And I'm also going to need to create my own short films that can help build a portfolio for myself. And as far as the other career path, if I want to drop out and do content creation full time, a lot of that is based off of how many views I can get. The more views you get, the more money you'd be able to make, and it's also tied to the amount of subscribers you had. And for me to do this, I think I would want to be able to get at least 100 million views a month and have around 500 subscribers, which would be a number that I feel comfortable with dropping out and doing that full time. I guess I kind of already mentioned this a question ago, but the 2 career paths that I'm kind of leaning towards is either going to LA and being in the film industry full time, or dropping out and being a full-time content creator. And both of these excite me equally as much. There's more risk to the other one, but I guess a higher reward. And the other one is, I guess, a more safe path I could take. And they both equally excite me, which is good, I think. In a future career, let's say, for example, I go to LA and start working in the film industry, I guess a lot of the things I would have to learn is how to work the bigger cameras they use. Right now, I have a nice camera, but it's nothing compared to what people are using in LA. So I think the biggest thing would be how to use new sorts of equipment, new types of editing software, and just new equipment in general. When I'm finally done with formal education, what types of things would I like to learn? I think the biggest thing I would really like to learn is how to animate digitally. I grew up doing Lego stop motion, which is physical animation, photo, move it a bit, photo, move it a bit. But I think it would be really cool to digitally learn how to animate. And one thing, I guess, which is more for fun, is I'd really like to learn how the famous people in Hollywood make sound effects for a movie. Because I always just steal sound effects off the internet, but someone is out there creating these sound effects. And I think that would be really awesome to learn how they do it. Which brings me to the final question. What are some things from your Wonder Journal that you'd like to pursue? One thing from my Wonder Journal I wrote down was, will I ever find true love? Which is kind of cheesy, but I think about it quite often. I've met a lot of great people in my life, but I haven't really ever found someone that I see myself wanting to be with for the rest of my life. And I think about this a lot because both of my parents, they met in college and are married now happily, and it gets me thinking, am I going to meet someone in the next 3 years that will be, I guess, like my soulmate, or will I be married to them? And yeah, that's I guess that's something I'd like to pursue, finding someone that I can marry and settle down with. So yeah, thank you everyone who tuned in to the story of my lifelong learner. I'd like to thank everyone who watched. I'm really sorry this went over. I know it was only supposed to be 5 to 7 minutes, and this is going to be like 12, but I just really thought if I rushed it anymore, it wouldn't be an honest and true reflection to me. So I'm sorry about that, but here's my reflection. Thank you so much for an awesome semester, and I will see you later.